I heard re-energized teachers programs today. I feel like a friend.
Thank you. Is Carolyn McClendon here? Thank you very much, Carolyn McClendon. I apologize. Yours was clicked with another one.
Chairman, I was just say something. I am highly incensed that you would let all these other people go on and on and on in yourselves. Yak and yak and yak. And
Thank you. I read a policy on civility.
Teachers speak more than 2 minutes. That is ridiculous. Who do you answer to? You should be answering to us. We're the people on the front line.
We respect the public's right to speak, but cannot, by Florida statute, tolerate any behavior intended to interrupt an orderly conduct of this meeting, and a civility policy is in effect.
From the people who are exercising are responsible. You are responsible.
Nancy Heldreth is next, please.
That's disrespectful.
Nancy Heldreth.
You deserve that respect.
Thank you. Now, you have to set the time again. The next is Mark Castano. Mark Castano.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we ask Mrs. Elia to respond to the comments from the teachers and perhaps have a couple of minutes of discussion?
What's your feeling? All right.
I don't know. I think some of the people that have there's some people that are here.
So I think it'll be very good. Thank you.
The teachers you've heard from this evening clearly are concerned about students and the demands on teachers. I appreciate their efforts to come here tonight, and as a fellow educator, their concerns have been heard. In my role as superintendent, I have to consider all the factors that come to bear in the district and the classroom, and those include academic needs, class size, financial pressures, and the legislation, No Child Left Behind. I have to strike a balance, and occasionally I have to make unpopular decisions. I'll take the responsibility for this decision. The clause that provides for secondary teachers to be teaching 300 minutes has been a part of a board-approved contract since 1985. In some of those years, teachers have taught up to 300 minutes. We're requiring more of our teachers these days. We're requiring more of our students, and we're expecting that everyone will rise to the challenge. I'd like to talk for a moment about some of the factors, that is academic needs, class size requirements, and the financial pressures that have brought us to this management decision. First of all, when you analyze the academic needs of our students, they have changed over the last several years and become very demanding. The proposal for the additional class in the senior high teacher's day and teaching up to 300 minutes will allow more students to take advanced placement classes. We've all had information a number of times on how that can support students in their academic needs and how having higher level courses puts students in a position to be more successful if they go to post-secondary education. Most opportunities, or more opportunities, to offer support for students in level 1 and 2, because now, with the requirements of FCAT, our students are unable to get a high school diploma unless they pass the FCAT test. There are requirements for coursework in both language arts and mathematics if they do not have more than a level 2. So this identification of the classes will allow students to take more of those classes and still have the opportunity to take other courses that really support them to stay in school. This enables us to put our best, most highly qualified teachers in front of the students for more hours, and that's good for instruction. And the end result is more classroom time for students, and in fact, increasing by 900 more minutes for a full credit class. Related to class size reduction, when class size reduction goes into full effect, and the teacher that mentioned that it goes into full effect in 2008, 2009, we will need an additional 400 teachers. The schedule changes reduces the need for more teachers by increasing their instructional day. The expected savings will help us to provide salary increases, and that helps us to attract new teachers to the jobs that we will have available. Related to a teacher shortage, as we mentioned earlier, when class size reduction goes into effect, those 400 additional teachers, we are having a very difficult time now getting qualified teachers into our classrooms. By reducing the need for more teachers, we reduce the reliance on teachers who are out of field. Of the new teachers hired in 2006, 2007, 34% were out of field at the high school level, and 39% were out of field at the middle school level. As a matter of fact, that demand has increased the number of teachers that are on a T payroll. That is, they teach an extra class now, and they are paid an additional portion of their salary for that. In fact, overall, for all of our high school teachers, over 13.5% are teaching T payroll. That's 488 high school teachers. Some schools have more than 25% of their staff right now teaching T payrolls. And some of those, it's even as high as 41%. The fiscal impact of this is enormous. Savings could be reached as high as $28 million. At a time when property tax reform is being discussed, that $28 million is a savings that could be important in providing salary packages for our employees. The ability to provide salary increases enhances our ability to attract new teachers, retain our best teachers at all levels, including elementary, middle, and senior high. There have been a number of questions that have come up regarding the communication of this. Starting in January, and in fact, even in October, we began talking very, very pointedly with principals on this issue and getting information from them. We sent home in a question-answer sheet to parents and began a series of meetings in schools. We assigned a contact person, the principal, and the AP to handle all parent questions. We have had, since the beginning of this, over 183 meetings in this district. Those have included principals, department heads, full faculty, students, and parents. We've responded to the emails that have come in, and we have offered to meet one-on-one with parents and/or students that had questions about this. There are outstanding issues related to this decision. We have had 2 meetings now with a committee to address those issues. They relate to exceptional student educators and the needs for the time that they have to do IEPs. They relate to the issue of teacher duties. And they also relate to the issue of class coverage for absent teachers. This committee is determined to come up with solutions to those challenges. Overall, this change will put us in a position to be able to meet the academic needs of our students, have the quality certified teachers in front of our students, and support us in putting together a salary package for our employees that will allow us to remain competitive in this area.
Thank you very much. Yes, please.
Excuse me, can we have some discussion, please?